Holla at me. What? Holla at me. Yes, holla at your girl. It's your girl holiday season. I'm back with another story time. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and click the post notification bell so that you are notified every single time that I post. So y'all, this story time is gonna take it back. Cause like, I don't know. Sometimes in the springtime, I start thinking about like high school stuff. Like, I don't know why, but a lot of stuff was going on during that time. Like, it's a lot that go on during like high school, and like high school make you think of like the previous years as well too. So it just be like, you just be thinking about the shit. So I'm gonna give a story time about this, right? So this was, I ain't gonna give a specific grade, but this had to be like 7th or 8th grade. I'm not even gonna say which grade it was, right? Because both of those years was lit. I think 8th grade was more lit than 7th though. So basically, going into the new year, like we had this thing, it was called open house. So open house is like where you go and you meet your teachers for that semester. And so for this semester, I was like, dang, I hope me and the girl a little bit. Remember, I basically was talking to her and she thought like it was weird that I was talking to a boy that she dated like in pre-K. This bitch dated the boy in pre-K, like, damn, bitch. Now, pre-K, that shit don't count now. You shouldn't have been that fast in pre-K. So, I don't think I really explained it like that, but she basically had a friend who, I don't want to say that because I really gave too much specifics in that video. But yeah, anyway, Lil Bit. This is going to be fresh. You're going to always know who Lil Bit is after this video right here. So, Lil Bit, that was her name. I gave 2 people Lil Bit. The name Lil Bit too, so I was thinking like, should I change her name? I probably should call her Childish, because she was definitely childish, and that's something I will remember. So basically, she's no longer the name I gave her before. She's Childish. She's no longer I forgot the name. Childish. I remember Childish. So basically, Childish was like, she knew her mama was not going to be able to take her to the open house to go meet her teachers or whatever. One thing about it, my grandma was going to make sure we went to church that day and seen them teachers afterwards. Like, she made sure, her and my granddaddy, right? So basically, and my mama, she was working. So it was just like, our grandma, she didn't mind, you know, whatever. So basically, she was just like, when you go up there, can you send me a picture of who my teacher is too? So, because it used to be like hanging up at the beginning of each grade. So like, you could go to the wall and see the pictures, right? And see where your name was at. So I was like so nervous because I'm like, I hope we are in the same grade. Like, me and Childish was close for so long. So I was like, dang, I really hope we're in the same grade. But I kind of felt like we had too much fun that year before. So I knew they wasn't going to put us in the same. I felt like that teacher that we had that grade before made sure that we weren't together that grade after. Like, I swear to God, I just felt like that was the thing, right? And plus, we had started hanging out like outside of school very heavy and all of that. I feel like that happened for the best though, because stuff just kind of got weird. Anyway, so I was just like, okay, you know, whatever, I'm gonna check it. So we walk in, we see all the people like in there, everybody just like looking around for their class. It was this one boy, y'all, he was trying to act like he didn't stay back. So he had so the lady was like, I don't know why you don't see your name on the wall. Like, what's your name again? And so she was reading it. She was like, no, it's not for this grade that they have your name. Like, so she was basically telling him like, you stayed back or whatever, basically. So I was like, dang, let me go look. I'm being nosy. I was like, let me go look at my name or whatever. My grandma, she's sitting up there talking to people from the lunchroom and stuff like, hey, how you doing? This and this. Ooh, it would take all day. So I'm looking at my name. I got a teacher. I was like, okay, cool teacher. He's a cool teacher. I'm like, then I go look at her. She texting me. She blowing me up. One thing about it, Childish used to leave like multiple messages. Like, she used to make me like I'm not really a texter either, but I want to text the person that I'm talking to like that. But I'm just not really just everyday like texter, casual text. I don't do that. Like, just pick up the phone and call me. So basically, I look at her grade. I look at her thing, and basically she was not in the class as me. I was like, dang, she finna be hurt about that, right? So I sent her the picture. She was like, well, who teacher you got? You got him too? That's a fine teacher, but hey, like, you got him too? I'm like, no, I don't got him. She was like, man, so we not in the same class? I was like, no. I was like, we're not, but you know, we could still hang out and stuff, blah, blah, blah. She was like, yeah, I know that, but I wanted us to be in the same class. I was like, me too. And so now we up there talking junk about the teacher before. I was like, I bet she told them not to put us in the same class. She was like, girl, right. You know, like that. So, because it was just crazy. Like, throughout the years, it was kind of like the same people in the classes. Because, like, I know, like, a lot of people be used to, like, going to multiple middle schools or high school. But it was, like, in our district, it was one high school, one elementary school, one high school. You know, like, it wasn't all of that, oh, I could choose to go to this one, or I could choose to go that one, like in Aiken. You could go to Schofield, or you can go to Aiken High, or it was like multiple schools you could pick and choose. We didn't have that. One school for everything. Get it right, or you're going to have to move all the way 30 minutes away. Don't get it spelled. Child, you're going to be in Augusta trying to go to school. Anyway, so basically, that was just like, okay. We went into class, whatever. So, but I think we probably is going to have like a connection together. Because they used to call it connection. So, it's like 2 electives or whatever, right? So, I was like, okay, cool. We're going to have that elective together, though. She was like, that's it, though. Let's like, kind of get on my nerves. She was like, well, maybe when we get to high school, we're going to have some classes together. So, we just talking about that. Because, y'all, it's like a thing. If you don't have a class with a person that you always was talking to, it's almost like the end of y'all friendship for real. Because the only time that y'all gonna want to talk to each other is like if y'all see each other on the weekend. But what y'all gonna talk about on the weekend? Like y'all ain't got no class. It's just like, you know, you just knew like, dang, we ain't gonna be that close no more. We just knew. Maybe we knew. Telepathy knew. Anyway, she ended up liking her class though. And I ended up liking mine too. But she was like, dang, y'all got all the fine dudes in y'all class. So I was like, yeah. One thing about her, she was gonna about have a crush on everybody. Like, I wouldn't say she was like but that friend she used to hang out with was a whore. But she wasn't one. But she definitely could kind of be crushing on more than one dude. Like, she probably wasn't effing them, but she definitely probably was crushing on more than one. So she was just like, one thing about it, Childish was gonna be telling me too who she had a crush on, what, like, who it was or whatever, right? So she ended up hitting my phone. She was like, hey girl, how your day was? I was like, it was pretty good. She was like, you met anybody in your class? I was like, nah, I ain't really meet nobody today. Cause I don't know. I just, after a certain thing, I kind of stopped telling Childish certain stuff that I like about certain people, because I kind of felt like it's either you liked them before, or I don't know, I felt like you was picking on me, or you felt like I ain't deserved the people who I liked. Cause y'all remember I dated the dude and she was just like, but I dated him in pre-K. I already said that, but anyway, so yeah. Girl, pre-K, you was being fast. Anyway, so I was like, no, I ain't really see nobody. But that dude was literally in my class. And like, anyway, so the one from that she dated from pre-K. But how the hell am I supposed to know that from pre-K? So basically, I'm like, so how was your day? She was like, it's this one fine dude. So I'm like, oh girl, do tell me, like, who is it? She was like, he is so fine, girl. Like, he is too fine. So after she was saying like the dude was fine, I'm like, okay, show me him or whatever, right? She never really texts back. So I'm like, okay, cool, but let's go to this part. So one day I had seen this dude too, and he was fine. But he used to hang around like this dude that we knew mutual people, right? And I kind of thought like he was cute as well too. But I was just like, oh yeah, like he is. But no, wait, I didn't know the dude who I thought was fine twice, like the second guy. I didn't know like they knew each other or whatever, right? But it was just like, scratch that. Why even say that? But anyway, yeah. So basically, I ended up seeing this dude or whatever, and he was basically cute as well. Not like, it was a whole nother dude, right? I'm like, oh, he's kind of cute, you know? Like, he seemed kind of cool. Like, it was like, he had like this rebel look, but he was kind of like a little nerdy, but not nerdy. Like, it was like, he was just cute. He just seemed like so handsome, or like, you know how like it's a handsome boy, but not maybe a lot of people like that boy. At least you think that a lot of people may not like him. I was like, he handsome, and he seemed like he to himself. Like, it seemed like he don't really have anybody, right? So I was just like, oh, he kind of cute. And he was on her team. He was on Childish's team. So I was like, if it was this boy, she would have said that it was this boy, right? So I'm like, dang, he's kind of cute. I said, it's no way that this boy, you know, whatever. I ain't really thinking that he had anything to do with her. I'm kind of telling, but anyway, yeah. So I'm like, oh, he is cute. Because the teacher had asked us to go down there to the classroom and give something. So we walk in and like everybody like turn to look. I walk in and I asked for some, she asked for some copies of some type of test or whatever, right? So he was like, oh yeah, I can give it to you, the teacher, right? So I'm like, okay. And so that's when I noticed the boy. We're going to give him a name. Let's give him the name. Oh, what we going to name him? Levi's, because he love a pair of Levi's. We're going to call him Levi's. So basically, Levi's was just standing there or whatever. And he was just looking. He was like, oh, what team y'all on? So we like team da-da-da-da-da, because we were certain teams or whatever. So I was just like, yeah, we on that team or whatever. And so he started talking. He was like, you look familiar. You look so familiar. Like, do your mom da-da-da-da? He said like a certain job. I was like, yeah, that's my mama. And like, I'm kind of like stuck a little bit and I'm fidgeting because I'm like, dang, he kind of fine. Like, he just had that look like I don't do too much, but he was just like fine. When we started like kind of talking or whatever, like the teacher came over there and was like, here baby, here go the copies that she needed, you know, whatever the teacher that I would need. I ain't gonna say what girl or guy, because like that way I went to school, like it's only like 2 guy teachers ever, so you know, like, so it's just like everybody would know anyway. So I was just like, you know, thank you or whatever, and it broke like the concentration or whatever. And so as I was leaving out, Childish walked in and she was like, what you doing in here? Like, what are you doing in here, right? And so she was like, y'all, this is my best friend, talking to some girls that was over there in the corner. So I was like, hey, y'all. They was like, hey, girl, she always be talking about you. Like, she wanted to be in the class with y'all. Y'all, I don't know what y'all gonna do without each other, right? So basically, I was saying all that, right? And I was like laughing. She was like, girl, that's Childish. Childish would always, honestly, when I tell you, like, she was kind of boy crazy. She was the first girl that I ever knew was so boy crazy. Like, she was, like, so boy. And it was just like, hey, like, it was like she was so boy crazy that, like,
she would make you feel weird if, like, you didn't have a crush. Like, I should be crushing on somebody.
So, basically, she was just like, so she followed me outside. And so the teacher was like, hey, Childish, get back in here, you know, like, this is your class, you know. She was just like, talk to her on your time. So she was like, girl, I'm going to text you. So I was like, okay, cool. So I'm like, she must got something to really tell me. So I'm in there thinking, I'm like, dang, that boy was fine. He was so fine, right? So I'm like, not thinking nothing of it. Get back to class, go home. I get a call on my phone. It's, Childish. So I'm like, okay, Childish, like, you know, like, I'm ready to hit the tea because I'm gonna tell her about that boy that was in her class and how, well, that was in that class and how he fine. And so, and mind you, let me go back to this. When she told me that she thought she met somebody that was cute, she never mentioned that he was in her class. She just said she met somebody that she felt like was fine and, you know, whatever. It was kind of getting a little serious. So I'm like, okay, cool. And I felt like, if this was a person that you were dating and he was in your class, that's like one of the first things you say. Like, if I felt like I met somebody on campus, I was like, oh, he fine. I'm gonna say, oh, he's in my class. Like, that's gonna be like the first things, one of the first things that I say. Anyway, so she was just like, yeah, what you doing? I was like, nothing. Like, she was like, what you doing the weekend? I was like, I ain't really doing nothing the weekend. And she was just like, oh, okay, like, dang, I really miss us being, like, in class together. I was like, yeah, me too, girl, but, yeah, we gonna be linking on the weekends and stuff. She was like, yeah, right. So, I was like, well, what you had to tell me? She was like, oh, about the guy that I like. I was like, oh, okay, what about the guy that you like? She was just like, so, you knew that dude that was in there, like, in the classroom when you came in there? She was like, that's him. I was like, I'm trying to, in my head, think like, oh, she not talking about Levi's. She must be talking about dirty shoes. I was like, okay, so she talking about dirt. I said, you talking about dirty shoes? She was like, now come on, you know I don't like dirty shoes. I was like, well, who? Because I know you don't like Levi's. Come again, say who? No, you down. So anyway, she was just like, no, Levi's. So if his name was Levi's, she was like, Levi Stratus. I like Levi Stratus. So I was like, maybe it's another Levi Stratus. So she ain't talking about Levi. She didn't say Levi. So I'm like, so explain how he looks so I want to get it right. Because I'm trying to see, like, who is he? Like, girl, who? So she was just like, yeah, the one that, you know, like, he was the one that wear the Levi's all the time. She was like very tall, poppy. He had like certain features that was like, okay, I'm just say poppy eyes. It's a bunch of people went to school who had poppy eyes. Anyway, she was like, yeah, poppy eyes a little bit. And I was like, oh. But before she say who he is, I was like, girl, I think I like me somebody too. Like, but when we got on the phone, she was like, okay, I'm gonna tell you after she was like, tell me after I tell you this, because I gotta tell you this, right? So I'm like, okay, cool, I'm going next after you. So after she said that, I'm like, oh, you know, like, yeah, you like him? She was like, yeah, that was like a whole buzzkill. She was like, I'm sitting up on the phone, like, looking at it like, damn, this bitch trying to take this one too. She done took that one, and she gonna take this one too. And I was just like, but I swear, like, my friends, I'm a spoiler of my friends. Like, I can go around a group of dudes, like, say, I ain't really got friends now, but it's like back then, I used to be like, say if it was a guy, most of the time, people be done already pick the person before they came who they want to talk to. But say if it was a group of dudes that we met, my friend could literally choose whatever one she want. Like, if she say that she like him, I'm out. You know, like, I swear, like, anything, I don't even look at you like that. That's done. It's done. Like, kill it. Kill it. Like, you know, after school, let me put this in there too. After school, like, we would be so into, like, ready to talk to each other on the phone. Because I had just got me, like, my own little phone or whatever, right? So I'm like, I did try to go into detail a little bit. So I was like, I was trying to explain Levi to her, but I wasn't saying that he wore Levi's. I was saying, like, oh, like, he got the soft brown eyes with the curly hair, the da-da-da-da. Like, I was saying very, like, stuff that could have went for people with the same description. Because I was trying to, I don't know, like, I was just saying all that. But she wasn't picking up on who it was. Like, I wasn't saying, like, oh, it was the boy. But this was before she revealed who she talked to, right? So she revealed after that. She was like, now tell me what you wanted to tell me. I swallowed hard. I was like, like, I kind of just changed the subject. Because how I'm going to tell you that I was crushing on that boy, too. I just had met him today. And, like, yeah, I was going in. I was like, he's so fine. He seemed laid back. I was like, but you might not like him because you expect a certain type of thing. Because I kind of felt like she was the person who kind of, like, a pretty boy. And Levi's wasn't a pretty boy. Like, it was like, he was country as fuck. So I kind of felt like she wanted, like, because she liked my cousin. And I felt like my cousin's kind of like a pretty boy. So I was just like, and I had multiple friends who had like my cousin. So sorry, cuz, to bleed you like that, but it's just true. Yeah, but yeah. So I was just thinking, I was like, she gonna think that he's like dusty. I just already know what she was gonna think, and so that's why I didn't want to really say the one who had to leave out dirty jeans. Like, I ain't really want to say that because he was kind of dusty. So when she said she liked him and she supposed to like pretty boys, I was kind of like, when he became your type? Yeah, but I didn't hate her. After that, I didn't like hate her or nothing for that. I just kind of felt like that was typical, like typical girl stuff. Like, she never knew that I had liked him. And yeah, I guess you could say we was kind of crushing on the same guy, but I guess that's what happened. But like I said, I'm never the type to go step on my friend's feet to go mess with a dude. Like, it's never that serious. Now, it's different if you knew I like the person and this and this, but yeah.
Y'all, and it's gonna be stories where, like, her and Levi started dating, and Levi also had like one of my other friends, and it just got messy. So that's why I was like, we stopped being friends for a good reason. I felt like, because Levi was really doing it and sticking it. Like, he was like, wait, what is stick and move? Stick and move. She for me, she for you. That nigga was for them, her in here. Like, he was her, and hers. Like, yours truly for them, because y'all, it got so messy.
Because it was time in the past. It was like, people will be trying to try you. Like, my loyalty wasn't with you for years. Anyway, so yeah, that's it for this story time. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and click the post notification bell so that you're notified every single time that I post.